If your garden space is limited, every square foot has to earn its place. You cannot afford to dedicate space to crops that give you very little in return, especially when that space could be used for something far more productive. A single corn stalk might give you 2 ears. A sprawling watermelon vine might take over half a bed and give you 1 fruit. That works in large gardens where space is abundant and inefficiency doesn't really matter. But in a small garden, a raised bed, or even a balcony, the only thing that matters is output per square foot and how efficiently that space is being used over time, not what you like growing, not what looks good, but how much food you actually get from the space you have at the end of the season. In this video, I'm ranking 15 crops based on realistic yield per square foot. The pounds of food you can actually expect in a season with decent soil, consistent watering, and proper harvesting habits. These are not perfect lab conditions or idealized examples. These are real-world numbers based on what actually performs consistently in home gardens. And by the end, the top 3 crops will completely change how you think about what deserves space in your garden and what doesn't. Let's start at number 15, radishes. Radishes produce about 1 to 2 pounds per square foot per cycle. That sounds low at first until you factor in speed. They mature in about 25 to 30 days, which means you can grow 3 to 4 cycles in the same space in a single season, pushing total yield to 4 to 6 pounds per square foot without needing more space. That makes them one of the fastest return crops you can grow. Number 14 is bush beans. They produce around 2 to 3 pounds per square foot per planting and mature in about 50 to 60 days. With 2 cycles, that becomes 4 to 6 pounds per square foot over time. They also improve your soil by fixing nitrogen, which benefits whatever you plant next, adding value beyond just yield. Number 13 is beets. Beets produce about 3 to 4 pounds per square foot. And the key advantage is that you can harvest the greens early while the roots are still developing, which means production starts sooner and continues longer without interruption. Number 12 is cut-and-come-again lettuce. Instead of harvesting once, you harvest repeatedly over time. 1 square foot can produce 2 to 3 pounds per cycle, and with succession planting every couple of weeks, that same space can give you 6 to 8 pounds over the season. The individual harvests are small, but the consistency adds up quickly and turns that space into something that produces continuously instead of all at once. Now moving into the mid-tier producers. Number 11 is peppers. A single plant takes about 1 to 1.5 square feet and produces 1 to 3 pounds of fruit over time, depending on the variety and conditions. Hot peppers tend to produce more because they set more fruit, while bell peppers produce fewer but heavier yields. Either way, they produce continuously for months, which makes them efficient in a long season setup. Number 10 is cucumbers grown vertically. This is important. Vertically. A trellised cucumber plant uses about 1 square foot of ground space but produces 5 to 8 pounds of fruit. If you let it sprawl, it would take up 8 to 10 square feet for the same yield, which dramatically lowers efficiency. Vertical growth is what makes cucumbers valuable in small spaces. Number 9 is Swiss chard, about 3 to 4 pounds per square foot, but the real advantage is duration. 1 planting can produce for 6 to 8 months straight if maintained properly. You harvest outer leaves, and it keeps growing without needing to be replanted. Number 8 is kale, very similar to chard, producing 3 to 5 pounds per square foot, but with better cold tolerance. Kale can produce well into winter in many climates, and often tastes better after frost, which extends its usefulness even further. A single planting can feed you for most of the year if managed correctly. Now we get into the high performers. Number 7 is pole beans. This is where vertical growing really starts to dominate. Pole beans climb 6 to 8 feet, meaning 1 square foot of ground space turns into a vertical production wall. That single footprint can produce 6 to 12 pounds of beans over the season. And unlike bush beans, they keep producing continuously for weeks, instead of all at once. Number 6 is zucchini. One plant takes about 3 to 4 square feet and produces 8 to 12 pounds of fruit if harvested regularly. That's around 3 pounds per square foot with almost constant output. The key is to harvest small and often. Once zucchini gets oversized, the plant slows down production significantly. Number 5 is carrots grown densely in raised beds. This surprises a lot of people. When planted tightly in loose, well-prepared soil, carrots can produce 4 to 6 pounds per square foot. Their advantage is that they grow downward instead of outward, which allows you to fit a large number of plants into a small space without crowding above ground. Now the top 4. Number 4 is sweet potatoes. One plant uses about 2 square feet and produces 3 to 5 pounds of tubers. The vines spill over the edges, meaning they don't compete for internal bed space and allow you to maximize the usable growing area. That gives you strong yield plus high calorie density and long storage life. Number 3 is indeterminate tomatoes. This is one of the highest yielding single crops you can grow in a small space. A properly supported indeterminate tomato can produce 15 to 25 pounds from about 1 square foot of ground space over the season. Cherry varieties produce hundreds of fruits, while larger varieties produce fewer but heavier yields. Either way, nothing else matches that output per plant. I grow 2 indeterminate tomatoes in a 4x4 bed, and they consistently produce more food by weight than the other 12 plants in the bed combined. Number 2 is potatoes grown in containers. A single grow bag can produce 3 to 8 pounds depending on size, and because potatoes are calorie dense and store for months in the right conditions, their value goes far beyond just harvest weight. And finally, number 1 is not a single crop. It's a system. A vertical tomato combined with ground-level greens in the same square foot. An indeterminate tomato producing 15 to 25 pounds above, with lettuce producing 6 to 8 pounds below in the partial shade created by the canopy. That brings total yield to 20 to 30 plus pounds from 1 square foot in a single season. No single crop can match that level of efficiency. But when you start layering crops vertically, you stop thinking in flat space and start thinking in stacked production. That's the real shift. The most productive gardens are not built by choosing better crops individually. They're built by combining them into systems that use every inch of space, above and below, at the same time. If you want to see exactly how to structure a bed using this principle, watch the next video where I break down a full layout that produces continuously from spring through fall. And here's where this becomes even more powerful over time. Once you start tracking what each square foot actually produces, your garden stops being guesswork and starts becoming something you can actively optimize and improve. You begin replacing low-output crops with higher-performing ones. You start timing your planting so there are no empty gaps between harvests. You stack vertical crops with ground-level crops naturally, without needing to think about it as much. And over a season or two, the difference becomes obvious. The same space that used to produce a few scattered harvests starts producing consistently week after week. Not because you expanded your garden, but because you improved how every square foot works. That's the real shift. It's not about growing more plants. It's about making every inch of space produce more food than it did before.